The stars had stopped blinking. Not suddenly, not all at once, but over time, like lights dimming at the end of a gathering. One by one, galaxies flickered and faded. Even the cosmos, infinite and unknowable, had an endpoint written somewhere deep in its code. And now, it was here. The last hour. Elias and Mira sat together on the old porch swing of their cottage, wrapped in a wool blanket, the creak of the swing's chain the only sound between them for several minutes. The sky above wasn't black. It shimmered in soft, pearlescent hues. The last lights of the universe didn't go out in darkness. They melted, like candle wax, into soft pastels. Lavender, deep gold, and ash rose. "Strange," Mira said, breaking the silence. "I thought it would feel heavier than this." Elias nodded. His hand found hers beneath the blanket. Their fingers interlaced as they had done for decades, automatically, perfectly. "Me too. But maybe this is what peace is. Not the absence of fear, just the acceptance of everything that came before." They had known for months. Scientists and poets alike had all agreed. Entropy had won. There would be no bang, no cataclysm. Just stillness. A slow sigh, a cosmic good night. "I made tea," Elias said. "Earlier, before the stars started slowing." She smiled. "Did you think tea would stop the end of time?" Number, but it made it feel more like home. He rose and returned with 2 mugs, steam still curling from their rims. Mira took hers and held it close, letting the warmth seep into her fingers. Rooibos and cinnamon, her favorite. "Do you regret anything?" she asked, after a sip. Elias took longer to answer. "I regret not learning to play the piano," he said. "And maybe wasting so many years worrying about things that didn't matter. Money, status, being right." He shrugged. "But not the important things." She leaned her head on his shoulder. "I regret not planting more trees. But then again, what good would they be now?" He chuckled. "They gave you shade when it mattered. That's enough." The sky deepened into a color neither of them had a name for, somewhere between memory and dream. It reminded Mira of the summer they spent on the coast, when the sky would soften just before a storm, and Elias would say, "This is the color of nostalgia." "Do you think anyone else is out there?" she asked. "Sitting like this, watching the end?" "I hope so, even if they're not people. Even if it's just some quiet species on a distant world, humming a song that no one else will ever hear. I hope they felt something, loved someone." She nodded slowly. "I think that's all we really did," she said. "We loved, we touched lives, we created moments, even if the universe will forget them." Elias kissed her temple. "We remembered them. That's what counts." A quiet wind passed, not from the earth, but from somewhere deeper, a shift in the fabric of the stars themselves. Time was curling inward. Space was folding like linen after a long day. Mira set her tea down and looked into Elias's eyes. They were a little older now, a little dimmer, but still the same eyes that had watched her dance barefoot in the kitchen, laugh through tragedy, hold their first grandchild. "If this is the last moment," she said, "then I'm glad I'm spending it with you." He brushed her hair behind her ear. "There's no one else I'd rather end the universe with." Above them, the last star blinked out, gently, as if turning off a bedside lamp. The porch swing creaked one final time, and then, with nothing left to count, time quietly stopped.